understand the mantra of success in life. First, you have to define what you mean by success. Whether making money is success for you, whether helping the poor is success for you, what gives you happiness is your call. No one else can decide. Once you decide what you want in life, then you work towards it. And how do you work towards it? Number one, a lot of us are very hassled about the past. We are so bothered about what has happened in the past that we are unable to devote time to the present. Because I have always asked this question of many people: do you have control over whatever has already happened? It's gone, dead and buried. But still, we spend so much time. If anything that can come out of the past, it's certain lessons that you can get out of the past. Beyond it, past has no meaning. But we brood over उस आदमी ने मुझसे ऐसा क्यों बोल दिया, उसने ऐसा क्यों किया. No, you have no control over the past. It's dead and gone. Future, you're not aware. The control you have is over the present. That's the formula number one. Number two is that we are too bothered about what others, how others are impacting me. How much we blame others for my own efficiencies, my own problems. There is a Urdu couplet which says, उम्र भर यही भूल करता रहा गालिब, धूल चेहरे पे थी और आईना मलता रहा. Now the point is, you are apportioning the entire blame to somebody else. If you do that, you will never be successful. The reason is very simple. The reason is that even if the other person is at fault, you cannot do anything to him. The only control that you have is over yourself and nobody else. So you have to see what you can do to yourself rather than bother about others. If you focus on yourself, if you focus on improving yourself, and there's another Urdu couplet which brings it out very beautifully. खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से कुछ पूछे बता तेरी बात. So you have to focus on yourself, improve, evolve as an individual, that you become a person to be reckoned with. We don't do that. Then the next point that I'd like to drive home is, a lot of time we waste over issues over which we have absolutely no control. No control. You look at your past, look into past few days, how many times you've argued and spent time over issues you have absolutely no control. And your present gets destroyed because you are bothered about something over which you have no control. So I remember when I joined the civil service, I got married, and I used to get very agitated when you used to drive in traffic because of traffic jams, the vehicle will not move. Very agitated. So one day my wife asked me, तुम इनका कुछ कर सकते हो? मैंने कहा कुछ नहीं कर सकते. तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते तो खून क्यों जला रहे हो? So I think there was huge lesson in that. The lesson was that if I am unable to influence events, why should I bother about it? I don't know whether you've heard of this American monk by the name of Reinhold Niebuhr. And he made these seminal lines. He said, Lord, grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change, courage to change things I can, and the wisdom to understand the difference between two. My friends, if you are able to identify areas where you can influence, put in an effort. But don't waste your time in just discussion over issues over which you have absolutely no control. We do that. Now, how do you evolve as an individual? How do you do? First, I think many of us get cowed down by the fact of having committed a mistake. And we are extremely afraid of failures. These two things are troublesome to anybody who's evolving as an individual. Now, you have to understand that there's nobody on this earth, nobody who hasn't committed a mistake. Whether it was John F. Kennedy, or whether it was Abraham Lincoln, whether it was Indira Gandhi, everybody has committed a mistake. The difference between these people who went on to become leaders and others is that these leaders learned from their mistakes and didn't repeat those mistakes. What we do is, with a view to not committing a mistake, we don't do anything. Now, if you do something, and that is more so in bureaucracy. In bureaucracy, I come across a number of officers who do nothing because they're afraid of committing mistakes. And that's why, in not many cases, people suffer on account of non-decision, I call it. They don't take a decision. They sit on files, they don't decide, because they apprehend that if they do take a decision, then there could be action against them. Now, there are many ways that you can protect yourself. I'm not going into the details of that, but that's another subject altogether. But you must learn from your mistakes, and committing mistakes is no crime. Crime is when you don't learn from your mistakes and commit the same mistakes over. But if you do commit mistakes, take it from me, everyone does it. Second, when you do things, there will be failures. Unfortunately, in this country, we say karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, but we don't believe in it. We are so obsessed with results that we don't focus on our karma. And Gita says that we have absolutely no control whatsoever on the results. Then why are we so obsessed with results? If we can, if we can direct that obsession on my karma, on the action, on preparation for that action, I think results are by and large going to come, but that is not material for the simple reason that none of us have control over results, but we have enormous control over karma. Karma is determined by what you do. खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना आपको क्या करना है. If you can do that, I think you'll be able to do a better job. And if you evolve as an individual who's proud of himself, जिसकी खुद ही बुलंद है, then you can actually lead. You can become a leader. And then you can say, मैं अकेला ही चला था, जानबे मंजिल मगर लोग साथ आते गए, कारवां मरता गया. Then you can become a leader. People will join you. And to become a leader, you have to look at such leaders. You have to study those leaders. You have to learn from those leaders. Because that's the only way to understand that you can become something. And you can because some have. And that brings in your positive attitude. I see a lot of negativity in the society. If you look at the newspapers, you look at the television, everyone is talking negatively. Because everyone thinks that things are going wrong. Yes, in any system, there would be a few things right, few things wrong. The question is, from where are you getting your inspiration? Are you getting inspired by negative things around you, or you're getting inspired by positive things? You have to cultivate your mind in a manner that you're balanced, and you look at also positives. You see that good things can happen. In fact, at the end of my career, lasting 38 years, I did set up a movement called Nexus of Good. Now, Nexus of Good is basically identifying good practices, good things happening around us, trying to understand those good things, and then try to appreciate that good work. In UP, we say, हम मुक्त कंठ से बुराई करते हैं, मुक्त कंठ से तारीफ क्यों नहीं करते? This movement is actually celebration of good work to demonstrate to everyone that there is a lot of good work can happen because a lot of good work is happening. So what we do through this foundation, which was ultimately established, was to identify these good practices. We've set up a portal called www.nexusofgood.org, where almost every day there are a number of positive stories that are housed there. I would request all of you to go to this portal, nexusofgood.org.in, look at that portal and look at those stories and get inspired by those stories. And if you do get inspired, please join this movement. You can join this movement as a member, you can join this movement as a friend, and I would also entreat you to look at positive things around you. You know, ये आपकी मानसिकता पे निर्भर करता है, your mentality. If you have a temperament of looking at positive things around you, you will feel happy internally. And that's what that matters. Because the bottom line of all action, of everything that you do, is to feel good inside, to feel happy inside. Unfortunately, we don't do that sufficiently. We are cursing others, we are cursing ourselves, creating a negative environment. I can go on and on, but I think my time is coming to an end. What I would try and do is look at the questions that you have and try and answer those questions and maybe continue to talk thereafter. Thank you for inviting me here. Over to you. You can ask the questions.
Thank you, sir. It was a very insightful talk. We were able to gain a lot of experiences, and just picturized the things